Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Welcome. Welcome back to another episode of SR Daily. Welcome back to another week, week 98. 98 weeks on air, episode 484 episodes, 16 episodes away from milestone episode 500. We got the location, we got the venue, we got the time, Tuesday, November 18th. That is about 3 weeks away from tomorrow. 3 short weeks away from tomorrow, Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 1 hour live show, live studio audience in Queensbridge. We got room for 50 people. Yeah, man, we gotta I gotta put the event out today. Super excited, man. I hope you guys can join me. It's going to be a celebration. We're gonna celebrate 500 episodes on air, 2 years of consistent work, 5 days a week, Mondays through Fridays, live 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. We started on TikTok, we switched over to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and it's been a wild ride. We've had most views, about 10,000 views. We've had a couple of episodes we've only had about 20 views. We only had about 10 views. We only had a couple of live viewers. But it's all good because with all due respect, I don't do this for anyone else. I do this for myself. This is something that I wanted to always do, be a talk show host. So I'm doing this because it's my passion. I am grateful to have people who tune in regularly live. I'm grateful to have people who watch the replays. Right, TikTok, there was no replays on TikTok. So for folks to watch the replays here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's a beautiful thing, man. We started cutting up short reels, short videos from the 30-minute segments. Yeah, man, it's been a crazy ride. Kenny Carter, Faith, what's going on, big brother? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Live, Mona Love. Let's make it happen Monday. Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 484. Week 98 kicking off, man. We're going to get the show started in a second. Please do share this live. Let's hit 5 to 10 people, man. Share this live with 5 to 10 of your people who may be interested in tuning in. And let's get this show rocking and rolling. We're going to start in just a short moment. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited. It's been a week, man. It's been a month. This is the last week of the month, last Monday of October. We got some challenges ahead of us, man, with a lot of people, 41 million people on SNAP not getting their SNAP benefits this weekend, going into next week, man. So we're going to have to really band together as a community. I'm excited, obviously, feeling for people, but like excited of how much more camaraderie is going to come out of this challenge. All right. Like my mindset is set on challenges produce resilience, right? Challenges produce greatness, right? We're going to come out greater than we are now, right? We're going to come out more connected, more united, more whole as a people, as a nation. I'm excited for the end result, right? Very obviously sad that some people are going to be going through some things, man, have some challenges with feeding themselves and their family. But again, looking forward to us coming together as a society, us coming together as a people, and just making this shit better for the people, man. Like simple as that. That's it don't get no simpler than that, man. But we can get E Major. What's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to get the show started, family. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. We're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. We're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is indeed a quote of the day. Today's quote is something I've been saying for the last few years, man, and it's so profound. It's so simple. But it's so simple yet so complex. All right. What's crooked cannot be made straightened. That's the quote of the day. Today's quote is, what's crooked cannot be made straightened. And it is from my beloved brother, Raymond Kelsey, aka Razor. This is one of the most profound things I've ever heard in my life. All right. The brother Raymond Razor is a brilliant and powerful brother living amongst us right now. His wisdom is ancestral. I love him and I admire his brilliance greatly. Years ago, we've been down for like 16 years now. Years ago, during one of our many discussions on humanity and working to alleviate the ills plaguing our community and our human family, when I used to get really angry about things not being a certain way, right? I didn't have this same love and grace and compassion. I used to be really angry at my friends, at people in my neighborhood, at the world. And when I was getting, again, really angry, he gave me this wisdom. What's crooked cannot be made straightened. And I got it instantly. Davidson said, what's going on, brother? Like I understood instantly, right? And so not too long after he gave me that wisdom, we was walking through Alley Pond Park here in Queens, where we celebrated my son's 3rd birthday, right? And we came across a tree that was leaning. And this tree, one would say, is crooked. And I referenced his wisdom, and I was like, I forgot how I started. I was like, yo, see that tree right there? I said, is it crooked, or was it made that way? Right? It's leaning, but is it crooked? Is it broken, or did God create the tree that way? I asked him, I said, if you tried to straighten it, would it break? If you try, the tree is leaning. If you tried to straighten the tree, would you break it and kill it? I remember he laughed. He's like, yo, and I made his wisdom even more profound to him, right? Because like he was talking specifically humanity, certain people's behaviors, right? Like certain people on the opposite end of the spectrum. If extreme altruism is a real thing, then the opposite is also true, right? And so he was talking specifically about that, about people who are blatantly naturally evil, and like you can't get them on the right path. I understood that, but then I pointed to nature, because at the time, if I'm not mistaken, I was in farm school. I was studying urban agriculture. I was doing botany. I was doing ecology. I was doing all of this stuff, right? Yo, I did a lot of shit. And so like understanding his reference, I was like, okay, then why it makes sense, because I understood in nature. There are some plants that are poisonous that like you can't make not poisonous. You touch it, you smell it, you taste it, you could die. You think you want to try to make this plant not is naturally poisonous. It's been growing this way for hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You think you're gonna come along and make this tree, make this plant not poisonous anymore? Ha! Ego. How big is your ego? Huh? So in me referencing nature, that tree is leaning, but is it crooked? Or did God make it that way? Is it broken and it needs to be fixed? It needs to be corrected? Or did God make it that way for its own intended purposes that may be beyond your understanding? Right? Like, is that possible? Can God, the divine, the eternal source energy, the mother and the father, create an entity, manifest an entity from nothing, and make it in a way that is beyond your understanding, in a way that's opposite of what you've been conditioned to think should be? Is that possible? Of course it's possible. So then, yeah, that shit was deep, man. But that's our quote of the day, right? What's crooked cannot be made straightened. Yeah, that wisdom, him sharing that wisdom at that time, it shifted my whole existence and has been the basis of my work ever since. Again, I was angry. And I was angry to the point where like I'm telling my friends, yo, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta, and like it's causing friction. These are my people who I love, and I don't want them going to jail no more. I don't want them killing each other anymore. And I want them destroying the neighborhood, right, with freaking drugs. And so like I'm angry. But like that wisdom, it just softened my heart. And it made me like, you know what, everybody, like, yes, be a light, be a guide, remind people that there is a greater purpose. Remind people that they do not have to do what they've always done. They do not have to be how they've always been. They can switch gears. They can switch lanes. They can let go of certain behaviors, of certain ideals. They can let those things go, but not by force, not through anger, but through radical love and acceptance and understanding. Right? So can I accept that tree leaning as that's the way God made it? Yeah, all these other trees are standing straight up. Yes, that's cool. God made them that way. But this tree is leaning. God grew it that way. For whatever reason, the way the seed was cracked in the earth, or maybe a rock, whatever it was, however it was, that's the way it grew on its own. Who are you to come and try to correct it and make it straight? You try to make it straight, you break it. Now it's broke. Now you flip the tree this way, and now the freaking roots come out the ground. Now it's cracked. Now all of that life force is dead because you thought you knew better than God. Yo, QB41V, what's going on, brother? Eddie Kruger, what's going on, my brother? So yeah, man, profound wisdom, right? And I personally just want to thank God thank Divine Source Energy, thank the universe for the life of my beloved brother Raymond Robert Kelsey, because like he has been such a source of knowledge, of wisdom, of understanding, of inspiration for me. And so he's one of the greatest people I've ever met, man. And with that, we're gonna move right along, family. Remember that quote: "What's crooked cannot be made straightened." Sefu Sankofa, what's going on, big brother? Peace and love, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, man, our political prisoners, free them all. Don't let our political prisoners die in prison. Get with the brother Sefu, Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition. Look up the organization. Get involved. They had a powerful curb fest a few was it last week? Sheesh, yo, time be moving. But let's move right along to our need to know news of the day, second segment. Listen, I want to spend some time here. Stephen McCoy, what's going on, big brother? What's going on? What's going on, King Peace and Love? Gatsby, what's going on, my brother? Listen, need to know news of the day. I am livid in our schedule worked out the way it worked out. But I would have loved to be in Manhattan. So an absurdity is happening this morning. Our beloved brother and fellow fearless revolutionary leader, Hawk Newsom, president of the Black Lives Matter New York chapter and founder of Black Opportunities, is turning himself into authorities for a bogus freaking charge enacted by the Black political establishment up in Harlem. We understand the Black Boule. We understand that all skin folk and kinfolk, everybody who look like you ain't for you, right? Yes, you can have the same race, but you can have a completely different ethnicity, right? How you think, how your mind is can be completely different than other people like you. There are some of us, right? Hawk Newsom is one who I look in his eyes and I've seen. He really cares about Black people. He really wants us to be free. He really wants us to be liberated. He really wants us to have joy, to experience joy, to raise our families, to just be who and how we are. We know that every Black person, every Black leader does not want that. We know that there are some Black people who rather be in the house Negroes, with master than they would be in the field with their brothers and sisters trying to figure out how do we all get free, right? Because ain't none of us free until we're all free. So Hawk Newsom has to turn himself in this morning to the 28th precinct. There was at 8:30 a call for an emergency rally up there in Harlem. I had to come home, get ready for the show. I didn't have the right to be there. Didn't want to take chances of being there and not being able to do the show, right? So sending him love, man, sending him love. But let's read this press release and let's talk about it, man. For immediate release, this was released on Friday the 25th. Hawk Newsom to surrender on Monday, declares charge a political attack by the office of Councilman Yusef Salaam and members of the National Action Network. New York, October 25th, 2025. Hawk Newsom, the relentless advocate and leader, will voluntarily surrender to authorities on Monday morning, October 28th, 2025, to face charges stemming from a recent press conference regarding the case of Yusef Salaam defunding a Black woman's program and ignoring countless cases of NYPD abuse. When Hawk did a video and he spoke about this, I could feel a pain in his voice because he was like, Yusef Salaam, a member of the Exonerated Five, right? Exonerated Five, falsely accused, spent a lot of time in prison on a charge that he was not guilty of. Rape charge, Central Park, he was not guilty of. Hawk Newsom said the brother's afraid to stand up to police and call out police brutality, to call out police abuse, to call out police terrorism, ignoring cases of police terrorism and police abuse. Mr. Newsom asserts that this charge is a baseless, politically motivated attempt by the Black political establishment to silence a grassroots leader who dares to expose their decades of systemic failure. The individual pressing the charge, William Allen, is not a concerned citizen, but a Harlem district leader and a well-known member of the National Action Network, a key player within the same political machine that Mr. Newsom has been challenging issues of local corruption and community neglect. Everybody got their opinions. Everybody got their feelings based on what they look for in a leader. A lot of us do not see our brother, Al Sharpton, as our leader, right? He may have been a leader for so long time ago. But we do not think that he represents our values and our destination ideally, right? So, National Action Network. I've gone there. I've spoken there, right? Like I performed poetry at National Action Network years ago, right? We had, if Kenny Carter's still on, Kenny Carter was there. We did rallies in and outside National Action Network after Eric Garner was killed, right? Protests, like, it's not a place I frequent anymore, not a place I want to frequent anymore. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there because National Action Network, some of us believe is actually, we like to think, is a part of what's keeping us in the same position we've been in for too long. Anyway, quote from Hawk Newsom: "Let me be absolutely clear. This is not a criminal case. This is an act of political theater. The black establishment in this city, terrified of the light being shined on their self-serving politics, is using the police to try and intimidate a warrior for our people. They are weaponizing the justice system because they cannot win the debate on the issues. I look forward to my day in court, but more importantly, I look forward to using this spectacle to expose how the old guard works harder to protect their positions than the black people they claim to represent. I am surrendering on Monday morning, not as a suspect, but as a hero ready to unmask the hypocrisy of the political class. I will not be broken. I will not be silenced, and I will not surrender our fight for true justice. Harlem politicians are using police on activists. Free Hawk." Demetrius, what's going on? What's going on, nephew? Free Hawk. This some real shit, y'all. Like, this is some real shit. This is real freaking life. We've seen this in movies. We've seen it in TV shows, right? Where politicians, some activists, right, are corrupt, right? They're doing dirt under the table. They're taking money from this establishment, taking money from that establishment to keep us peaceful, so that there's not a revolution, so that we do not get free, so that we do not, like, truly use our mind and free ourselves. They want us complacent. They pacify us, right? And I'm gonna say this: National Action Network, Reverend Al Sharpton, beloved, he's helped people in my family in decades past, right? But today he does not represent us truly in what we want, where we want to go. Again, he may have represented 50, 45, 30 years ago even, but today we like to say that he's been compromised. Today we like to say that he is not a true representative of the people, not just black people, but of the people of the city, right? I remember reading, somebody said they keep us fighting for civil rights so that we don't recognize that it's really human rights, right? They keep us fighting and arguing over civil rights so that we don't really focus on our human rights. And I remember reading also, how you expect them to give you civil rights when they don't even respect your humanity? They still think you, black man, black woman, are 3/5 of a person. You expect them to give you civil rights? Come on, like, let's wake up. They violating the brother, man. I'm sending love to him, his family, right? I will reach out and see how I can support further. Right, hopefully this is smooth, this is swift. And the incident supposedly is he had a press conference, right? Hawk and his team, Black Opportunities, Black Lives Matter, had a press conference up in Harlem addressing Yusef Salaam defunding his Black Women's Program. And they said William Allen, or whoever this person is, brought a black woman from another event across the street to entice Hawk, and some words were exchanged, and now he's turning himself in because he said some shit or did some shit that he shouldn't have been involved in, or shouldn't have said, or shouldn't have done. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. But we know that this is how, unfortunately, some people get down. The system is the system. We understand that the system is no longer specifically black versus white. It's rich versus poor. It's haves versus have-nots. It's class. And it's really kind of always been class, right? Yes, race. Yes, there has been race, 100%. But there's been class. Because even in, I remember freaking listening to somebody say, yo, yeah, white people hate black people. Some white people hate black people, but they hate their own. They killed 200 million of each other in fucking World War II, right? In Europe, like, class. It's class. I'm reading this book, Wisdom of the Ages, 60 Days to Enlightenment, Wayne Dyer. And he's quoting, right, a lot of the essays in the book are from Europeans of the past, right? 1600s, 1800s, right? Like BC, right? And you see in Rome and Greece, right? Different parts of the world, it was class. These people were poor and they were beheaded for speaking against their government. The government looked just like them. So it's been going on like this for a long time. Some people in certain positions of power never want to give it up. They're not all inclusive of the people. They are not true freedom fighters, right? They use politics, they use activism, they use nonprofit right? Industrial complex to generate income, to prop up themselves, not to really get the people free, not to really educate the people, to empower the people so that everybody can have what they need to live and thrive, right? But let's move right along, family. Kenny Carter said, it's uncivil to not acknowledge our human rights, 100%. Let's move right along, family, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment is a tip of the day. Today's tip, my tip for each and every one of us, myself, you guys included. Today's tip is to see God, to see the divine, to see the eternal unfolding of nature's way in everyone and everything, even in Brother Al Sharpton, even in the situation with Hawk Newsom, to see nature's way, to see the divine, to see God in everyone and everything, even things which you don't like, even things which make you cringe. Remember that every single person and everything carries within it the same essence that exists within you. The tree that is leaning, that you would say is crooked, has the same energy of the tree that is standing straight. The plant that is poisonous, that will kill you, has the same energy of the plant that will heal you. Same. Divine. In his book, it was a conversation between, this is hypothetical, this is allegorical, conversation between a squirrel and a mountain. Conversation between a squirrel and a mountain. The squirrel's like, yo, you just stand there all day, you don't move? Come on, you're not powerful like me, you can't crack a nut. Mountain's like, I don't need to move, I got a forest on my back. I don't need to move, I carry a forest on my back, and I'm here. How powerful is that? The squirrel can't carry a forest on his back. The squirrel could crack a nut. The mountain cannot crack a nut. Does not have hands, teeth to crack a nut, but it stays still with a forest on his back. Both have divine source energy in them. Both have God force in it. All right. So what if the thing communicates differently, or doesn't move about as you do, or expresses itself in a way that you may never, right? I express myself yelling, shouting, screaming, cussing. I express myself in doing things that we can agree that may be inhumane, and you would never do it. Doesn't mean I'm less human than you are. Doesn't mean I'm less divine than you are. And I think we got to lose our attachment to things having to be a certain way, right? To things having to be a certain way, to God having to move. Oh, God is love. God is also war. God is also very freaking violent, right? Like tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis. It's not man-made. That's God, right? That's God. The formation of this earth, I never forget, shifted my perspective about 10, 12 years ago, watching this show. I don't remember the name of it. It might have been the Big Rock or the Great Rock, something like that. But Will Smith's voice, he was host. I think it was Will Smith or Morgan Freeman. Might have been Will Smith hosting. And I watched this episode. It was a series on Disney, and I watched this episode, and it was the formation of the earth, and it was like just how violent, how like volcanoes was erupting, and water was splashing, crashing upon shores, and fires everywhere. It's violent, it's fucking violent creation. That was all God. There was no humans then. It wasn't man-made, right? Yeah, you got HARP now, and then you got, right, like weather modification. Okay, cool, we can say some of that stuff now. But back then, 20, 30 million years ago, the extinction of the fucking dinosaurs. Do you know that 99.9% of species that have ever lived are currently extinct? And there's a lot of species on Earth right now, but it's nowhere near as many species that have existed one time. And the freaking, I think it was a meteor, right, that freaking annihilated the dinosaurs, wasn't even the biggest extinction. It was an extinction 280 million years ago that was bigger than that shit. There was no humans then. And it happened. Violence. So yes, God is love. God is also violence and war. God is all things, right? We can't say God is all things. God is omnipresent. God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. And say then God is not this. God is not me getting shot. Still God. Still God. And that can go on and on, right? But obviously everybody's not ready for that conversation. Everybody doesn't agree to that. Cool. But if you say, like the example I use all the time, if you found if you walk outside right now and find $1,000 and say life is perfect, God is perfect, all is divine, then you also have to understand that it was divine for that person who lost $1,000. So now if you lose $1,000, it's divine, right? Because it's divine when you find $1,000. It's also divine when you lose $1,000. Just as it's divine when a baby is born, it's also divine when the baby leaves Earth. It's all divine. This shit is deep, God. Anthony knows what's going on, my brother. Let's move right along, family, to the fourth and final segment of the day. Our fourth and final segment. Let me check over here. Sefu Senko for God, conducting cleansing. Yo, man, true story. I love your hat, brother. Actively Black is a powerful company. Yeah, it is. Let's move right along, family, to our fourth and final segment before we get out of here. Today's fourth segment, our build of the day. Today's build is on acceptance. Acceptance of a new way. Acceptance of a new way. Never be so attached to your way of thinking and of doing things that you are not willing to accept a new way of looking at things and or doing things when they are presented to you. Yeah, don't be flipsy flopsy, right? Like everything that's different, everything that's new, you following. No, but like recognize that like life is about growth, right? Life is about progress, right? Who you've been got you here. Who you've been may not get you to your next destination. You may have to shift some thoughts, the way you process things, the way you look at things, right? You may have to. But acceptance of a new way, never be so attached to your way of thinking and of doing things that you are not willing to accept a new way of looking at things and or doing things when they're presented to you. This is an essential perspective of growth. Yes, have your truth. Be rooted in that. Yet understand that being too rooted can cause you to be cut down and to break as evolution happens. Your thoughts, your feelings, your being evolves. Or it wants to evolve, whether you want it to or not. So now, are you going to stunt your own growth? Are you going to be the weapon formed against you, causing you not to prosper? Are you going to be the weapon formed against you, causing you not to prosper? You're going to stunt your own growth. This is real shit. And no, it's not about keeping it real with self. Like, that's bullshit. When people say, this is just me. Respectfully, right? Like, that shows a limited, stagnant mindset. It's not a bad mindset. It's not a bad thing, right? I'm not saying you're a bad person for like, this is just me. It's how I am. But it's limited. It's stagnant. Like, are you growing or not? Like, if you speak in a certain way and somebody tells you the way you speak makes them feel uncomfortable, makes them feel unsafe, are you going to keep, well, this is just me, this is how I talk. Okay, that's you. That's how you talk now. That's how you've talked before. Can you find another way to talk? Do you love this person? Do you care about this person? Do you respect this person? Do you want this person to feel unsafe? Do you want this person to feel disrespected or to feel a certain way? Can you make some adjustments for the sake of the whole and for the sake of your own evolution, right? Like, so it's not a bad thing, right? Like, oh, this is just me, but it's a limited, stagnant mindset, right? And it's not a growth mindset. It's not a growth mindset. And again, life is all about growth and expansion. Is it not? Right? So during yesterday's episode of Sunday Light, I had a revelation. The revelation was freaking profound. I have been saying that the situation with my children is the toughest situation ever. And the revelation I had was that what I was saying this is the toughest situation ever, made it so. Made it tougher than maybe what it has to be. So is it really the toughest situation ever? Not really. Right? Losing my dad as an 11-year-old boy, probably the toughest. Sitting with a gun to my head, loaded, safety off, high and drunk, praying for the strength to kill myself, is up there with the toughest situation. My children is tough, but I have the wherewithal to telecommunicate, right, and to send messages, and then to on this plane to communicate better and to communicate with more love, more grace, more compassion, more understanding, more acceptance, right, more surrender. I can. And so like that was the revelation, like, because I was talking about celebration. I was talking about how a positive mindset creates a positive outcome. How going into things expecting, like, yeah, you may not get it. And yeah, there's an element of being let down, but you may very well get it. And going into a situation expecting to not get it, expecting to be let down, you're going to manifest. Like the brain believes what you tell it. And what you tell the brain, the mind manifests, the mind brings it to fruition. This shit is deeper than deep, yo. No double-mindedness. Let your no be in your no. Yo, guys, that's the show. That is the show. That is the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. It's a beautiful show, man. I'm really grateful. Please do join us tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Remember that SRDaily is where personality meets enlightenment. I'm your brother, LaShawn Sugar Marston, your host. We're here 5 days a week, man. Mark your calendars, Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Queensbridge Projects, Queensbridge Community Center, live studio audience, episode 500, guest interviews. It's going to be a freaking vibe. We're going to celebrate. I hope to see you guys there, man. But we got 3 weeks to go, right? After tomorrow, 3 whole weeks. So, right, make your accommodations, get what you need. I would love to see you there in the audience. I may be calling on some of you to do an interview, all right? But listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up, get up, get up, get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Peace and love.